Hi, teacher. Good evening. Today, I'm with Sergio Garcia. He's my interviewee. He's a software developer, and I'm going to present my interview and the questions I prepared from this time. So, good evening, Sergio. I want to give you the thanks for being here with me. So we can start now. The first question that I have for you is: what are your responsibilities in your current position within the company?
Okay, first of all, thank you, Diego, for the interview. And I am a backend software engineer. My main responsibility is designing, building, and maintaining APIs that handle millions of requests daily. I work with Python and sometimes with PostgreSQL to create services that are scalable and reliable. I also review code, write unit and integration tests, and collaborate with front-end and product teams to deliver new features. Part of my job is monitoring performance, and basically I turn product requirements into working code that users can actually depend on.
Oh, that's really interesting. So now we're going to pass with a second question that it's what skills have you developed throughout your real life work experience?
Beyond coding, I have developed problem solving under pressure and clear communication with not technical teams. I learned how to break big, messy problems into small tasks and prioritize what actually moves the business forward. Real projects taught me that clean, maintainable code matters more than clever code because someone else would read it at 2 a.m.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good answer. So now we're going to pass with the third question that I have prepared. So it's how important is teamwork for becoming a successful software engineer?
For me, teamwork is everything. You can be the best coder, but software today is too complex for one person. We rely on code reviews to catch bugs, design discussions to choose better architecture, and daily stand-ups to stay aligned. A good team shares knowledge, so when someone is stuck, another person can unblock them fast. Plus, you learn way faster to seeing how others solve problems. Successful engineers communicate well, give useful feedback, and own their mistakes. At the end, the product isn't my code or your code, it's our code, that code. That mindset makes the whole team stronger.
Yeah, it's really important teamwork in software engineering. Now we're going to pass to the fourth question that it's what are the most important achievements you have accomplished throughout your professional career?
My biggest achievement was redesigning our main API to reduce response time by 60% and cut server costs by 30%. I took 3 months of profiling, refactoring, and aiding catching with riddles. Another key achievement was monitoring two junior developers, and I helped them go from fixing small bugs to owning interior features in 6 months. And I also proud of building an automate deployment that reduced release time from 2 hours to about 10 minutes. These wins matters because they didn't just help me, and they made the whole thing faster and the product better for all the users.
Hey, yeah, that's really important, I think. Well, we're going to continue. So my next question for you is, do you consider leadership to be an important skill in the workplace and why?
Yes, for me, it's the 100%. You don't need to the title manager to be a leader. Leadership is about taking ownership, helping others, and making decisions when there's no perfect answers. In tech, good leaders explains the why behind decisions, not just the what. They protect the team from distractions and keep everyone focused on the real goal. I have seen projects fail not from bad code, but from poor communication and lack of directions. Even as an individual contributor, showing leadership means proposing solutions, monitoring juniors, and keeping high quality. That was turn a group of coders into a real team.
Yes, that's very important. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now we're going to pass with the second part of the interview. I would like to ask you to, if do you think that artificial intelligence could become a challenge or a threat to software engineers? Why or why not?
IA is a challenge, but not a threat if you adapt. Tools like Copilot can write boilerplate code fast to the job shifts from typing code to designing systems, reviewing logic, and solving real problems. But it can replace understanding users' needs, making architecture decisions or taking responsibility when production breaks, a free agent, for example. Engineers who only copy paste code will struggle, but engineers who learn to use AI as a tool will become they become approximately 10 times more productive. Their trade is for people who refuse to learn. The opportunity is for the people who use AI to automate the boring parts and focus the creativity.
Yeah, that's really important. I think that it's a challenge that we have to adapt and learn from that. The next question that is, what technologies or programming languages do you use most frequently in your job?
In my job, I think I use Python daily for backlink service, mostly for data. I work a lot with PostgreSQL and Redis for caching. Docker is essential for running everything constantly between local and production. And I also Git and GitHub for version control and AWS for developing and monitoring service with tools like CloudWatch. For testings, I really PyTest. On the front end side, I read sometimes JavaScript and also React code, but I don't write it daily, be sincerely. The key is not memorizing every tool, but understanding the concepts. I can work with all these programs when I need.
Yeah, I think that it's important to know uh, some kinds of languages, some kinds of technologies. That's really important to improve and become better. Now we're going to pass with the next question that is, what has been the most difficult project you've worked on and how did you overcome the challenges?
The hardest project was migrating a legacy monolith to microservice without downtime. The code was old, poorly documented, and customers use it all the day, every day. The main challenge was risk. We overcame it by breaking the migration into tiny steps and also writing extensive tests and using feature flags to switch traffic slowly. We also did dark launches where the new service ran in a parallel without affecting users. Communication was a key and meet daily with the team and product manager expectations. It took approximately 1 month, no, sorry, 1 year, but we finished with zero major incidents. Also, I learned that slow and careful beats fast and broke.
Yes. Well, that's a really important and a really good project that you've worked. So thank you. Now we're going to pass with the next question. That is, what advice would you give to students who want to become software engineers in the future?
For the students, for the new software engineers, I think that it's very important to build real projects, not just tutorial exercises, tutorial teach syntax, and these type of things. I think that learn the fundamentals, data structures, algorithms, and how computer actually work is very important. Also, don't change every new framework. Master one language well first. Also, learn to communicate, learn how to work in team, who have a very good teamwork. And I think for me that it is the most important advice that I can
Yeah,
give.
thank you. So our interview, that is, how do you keep your technical knowledge updated with such a fast charging industry?
I follow learn what you need rule. I read official docs when I adopt a new tool, and I follow blogs like Real Python and engineering blogs from companies like Netflix. I said I say 2 hours weekly for learning, but it's practical. I build a small project with a new deck. Podcasts during my community help too, and I also learned a lot from code reviews and pairing with senior teammates. And you don't need to know everything. Focus on the fundamentals and principles because frameworks change, but concepts like caching, databases, and system design stay relevant. Curiosity and building stuff is my real update strategy in my job.
That's really interesting. So with that, we finished our interview. Thank you for your time.